Hello recommenders, here is Romeo from recommendationbook.com, and today I'm gonna make the review of the MTech Kabar neck knife. I know that it's written Taue on the box, but I talk about that in a minute. But before talking about the knife, let me talk about recommendationbook.com. What is the recommendationbook.com? The recommendationbook.com is a statistical social network to recommend stuff. So basically, it's a social network that revolves around the recommendation functionality. You create your recommendation book totally free, and people subscribe to your recommendation book, and they're gonna get your recommendations on their recommendation book so they can recommend, generating more statistics. So check it out, recommendationbook.com, where you can recommend everything you like. Recommend your word there. Now let's talk about the MTech Kabar neck knife. Why I wanted to get this knife? I wanted to get this knife because I wanted to see if the retention of a cheap neck knife was any good. I talk about the retention in a minute, but basically, because in a neck knife, the most important thing for me is the retention. In a folder, the most important part of the folder for me is the lock of the folder. In a neck knife, the most important part is the retention of the skit. So now this neck knife here, you can see here is written Taue here, and what happens is that Taue is the brazen importer of this knife in Brazil, but basically it's the same knife as the MTech Kabar neck knife. It's the same knife, it's exactly the same knife, probably made in the same factory. Now the steel of this knife, I heard someone say there is 440. When they say 440, means that's not 440B or 440C. It means it is 440A. But I'm very skeptical about that, being such a cheap neck knife. The weight of the knife, I don't know what is the weight. I don't have a scale to weight the knife. Now, the size of the knife. Well, it's a medium-sized neck knife. For me, a 2 fingers neck knife is a small-sized neck knife. A 3 fingers handle neck knife is a medium-sized neck knife, and a 4 handles neck knife is a big-sized neck knife. So this here is a 3 handle neck knife. So for me, is a medium-sized neck knife. The overall length is 6 inches. The handle length is 2.5 inches. The blade length is 3.5 inches. The thickness of the spine is 3 millimeters. And the overall length when in the skit is 6 and 5/16 inches. Now let me talk about my experience with the knife. Initial sharpness and bluntness of the tip. The tip came completely blunt and the edge came completely dull. Now, can it get an edge? Can it get an edge? Yes, it can get an edge, but you're gonna have to reprofile the edge with a file. I almost nicked myself here in the edge, but yes, you're gonna have to reprofile the edge with a file, and after that you're gonna have to sharpen the edge. I sharpened this edge in this system here, the Lansky turn box, and it got a utilitarian edge. Let me show you here the edge after I sharpened it in the Lansky turn box. So as you can see, it can get an utility edge. Now the retention of this kit. The retention of the sheet is pretty good. I have this tank knife for 1 month, and every day I took out of this kit and put it in again, and check it out and put it in again to see if the retention would wear out. So the retention is good. Now it's getting a little wear on this hole here, on this hole. This hole here goes in that place there to retain the knife. You see, that thing there go in the hole, and this is what retains the knife. So it's showing some wear here, but it's not too much wear. Now, is it too heavy around the neck? It's okay around the neck. It's not so light as I could still super edge, but it's wearable. Now the tactical application of this knife. Well, being a neck knife, it inherits the fast draw, and it's very stabby. It's not the best slasher, but I think it's better than a folder, at least a folder without the Emerson wave opener. Matter of fact, here is my tactical knife when I am in the streets. Now the utilitarian application. Okay, you saw that in the paper test that it can shake an edge. It can completely do, but it can shake a utilitarian edge. So you could cut, just don't expect it to cut so well as a Spyderco with FFG. Now the corrosion resistance. The corrosion resistance of the knife is okay. I wear this knife in the gym every day, not inside the gym, but I would gauge the knife with the gym, and when getting out of the gym, I would put this neck knife around my neck inside my shirt with the body all covered in sweat, and the knife itself did not show signs of rust, but just rivets here, they are rusting. So the sheet is rusting, but the knife is not rusting. I don't know, probably because the sheet protect the knife from my sweat. But yeah, that is it. Direction of the edge when pulled out of the skid. The handle is removable. You can remove the handle, and you can choose the orientation of the edge. Like for example, this hole here. If I put this hole up here, I transform this knife in a left knife. If I put the hole down again, put the hole down, I cut myself. Shit. If they put the hole out, now the knife is right side again. Incidents with this knife. The knife fell off the skid when I was putting the gallon of water in the kitchen. What happened is that I was putting the gallon of water, turning the gallon of water, and I pushed the gallon against my chest, and it twisted the knife to the side like that, and it fell. You can see here that when it twists to the side, the knife disengaged. Can you hear that? That's the knife disengaging. I don't know why it's not falling here, but when I was in the kitchen, it fell from the skid. Other incident that happened is that the neck ball chain opened by itself. I don't know how that happened. Now, final considerations. The price of this knife on Amazon is $7.25. Now, should you get this knife? Well, if you are in an extremely tight budget and you live in a third world country, you don't have too much of an option. Now, if you have the means, buy a cold steel spike. It's way better than this. Conclusion, it's an okay knife for the price. So this is it. This is the review of the MTech Kabar neck knife. If you have any question, comment in the comment sections. I'm gonna clean this blood here. Go to recommendationbook.com and check the social network. And thanks for watching.